Hello, good afternoon to my wonderful class. I don't know if my families have heard, but unfortunately, it's more than likely that we will not be returning back to the classroom this school year. Although that is very heartbreaking, it is for our safety. Um, I am already missing my students so much. Doing this for months is very, very difficult on me, and I'm sure it's very, very difficult on my families. So I just want to reassure you that I am still here for you for the long term. I will continue to reach out. If you feel like I'm reaching out too much, let me know. If I'm not reaching out enough, let me know. If you would like for me to personally reach out to your family, your child, let me know. Whatever I can do from home, I am more than willing and able and happy to do it. Um, I definitely would like the opportunity to set something up where if all my students could get online, we would be able to see one another. We actually did a staff meeting like that the other day. So, with that being said, I guess this is the way we'll have to communicate, unfortunately. So, it is time for a story. Last week I read The Coral Reef, and I hope that you enjoyed that story. Today I am going to read Where Do Insects Live? These are nonfiction, meaning that they are true stories. These are real insects, real bugs, and not like the fake ladybugs that we were reading about in our Journeys book, or the fake cows that are cartoon characters or cartoon animals. So these are actually real live insects, and we're going to talk about where they actually live. Um, I would just try to encourage our families, and I know for some of you this may be easier than others, is that you make sure that your child gets outside at least for 30 minutes a day to run around, to breathe fresh air, to ride a scooter, to do some exercises. Being in the house 24/7, 7 days a week, week after week, and possibly month after month is extremely difficult for adults. So I know our children are having a hard time. Um, if you have a basketball hoop in the backyard, or hula hoops, or jump ropes, or frisbees, um, just try to make sure that they get an opportunity to just breathe some fresh air. And you do the same. You have to do something for your mental health. I get up, I work out every morning. I go outside and do some exercises. And I look at my four walls in each room that I go into. But let's get on with the story. Where do insects live? Let's look at this one. See if you can identify this insect. Where do insects live? Look at that. Do you know what that insect is? And what it's standing on, if I can call that standing. Walking on. That might be a better thing. What is he walking on? Or it? Don't know if it's a he or she. One page says, on a leaf. Look at that. We can actually talk about camouflage, because these animals are living in places that it makes it very hard to see them. That's called camouflage. They blend in so that the predators, and predators are animals that would actually try to eat them, can't see them easily. So this is a way that they almost play hide and seek, so that those animals cannot eat them up. The next one says, on a rock. This one is a little bit more difficult to see. Can you find it? Can you point to that animal? Can you find that animal? It's very difficult. His camouflage is amazing. Amazing. Look at that. Very difficult to see. In the sand. Look at this one. This animal is in the sand. I'm trying to get it from glare. Look at that animal. Easier to see than the last one, but still camouflage. I bet he has the ability to burrow, which means to dig underneath the sand so that he can hide himself from the predators. On the water. You have to be a very special bug, look at that, to be able to walk on water, stand on water. Very lightweight too. A heavy bug would sink, but this one, I don't know if I can call it floating because it's like not even really in the water to float. It's just on top of the water. Oh, look at this one. This says on a log. You can see, if you look very carefully, you should be able to see some bugs and some maybe look like eggs where the eggs have not hatched yet. Let's see. How's that? See if you can find the egg or an animal that has already hatched. Can you find an animal that's already hatched? And an animal that is in an egg. Good job. In a hole. Look at this one. You know that an animal has been there because you see when they dug the hole, whether it's with tiny rocks or sand or dirt, they leave those little circles. And those circles are the dirt or sand or rocks that was in the hole that the animal actually dug out and spit it or carried it to the top. Oh, here's one that we all would know. Another one is in a nest, but you will be surprised when you look at this because when you think of an animal in a nest, what animal do you think about? Think about it. If I see an animal in a nest, what am I probably looking at? Did you say the word bird? Yes. This picture does not show a bird, but it does show a nest. So look at it. Because again, this is an insect. A bird is not an insect. Look at this. Oh, let's see. Can you see it? This seems kind of hard to see. Oh, that shows too much glare. Look at that. Can you tell what that animal is? And look at how many they're in. They're almost too many to count. But you can see they are in a nest. The next one says in the air. So there are animals or insects that you can find in the air. Before I show you this one, see if you can think of what type of animal that would be in the air. What do you think? I'm thinking of, think about what has, and what would they have in order to be in the air? Think about that. Did you get it? In order to be in the air, you would have to have what? Wings. That's right. Animals that have wings can be in the air. And look at what we have here. Yes, a butterfly. A butterfly can live in the air. Of course they land, but most of the time when we see them, they're in the air. Oh, wow, look at this. This one says, insects live everywhere. Let's check this picture out. Can you see that? Looks like a bunch of butterflies all in the air. I'll call that person yet. I apologize. I think that's my grandson. Hold on. Is this my JJ? Hey, let me call you back. I'm actually reading a story to my students. I'm going to show them. That's my grandson, JJ. I just got finished reading Where Do Insects Live? So let me call you right back, okay, babe? I have to finish up doing the story, okay? All right. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry about that. So this book is kind of a science book. And even though we are inside, we may be able to go outside. You may be able to find some insects. But some activities that you could do. If you have some materials at home, you can create an insect. You can draw an insect. You can create a habitat, or gather some leaves and then draw a picture of a insect and put your picture on top of a leaf. It says, where do insects live? You can create your own Where Do Insects Live book, and you can look on your tablets or your iPhones or computers if you have access to those, and then you can say, use the beginning of every sentence and create your own book. Another thing you can do, there is on TV, there is A Bug's Life. That's one movie that you can look at. The Life of Bees. I can't think of anything else at the top of my head. But those are movies that you can watch. You can talk to your parents about. You can look at them and take parts of it and draw pictures. And if you do that, if you share the pictures with me or share any of your work with me, when I come back on, I will be able to share the work with your other classmates. So, with that said, that's the end of my story. As I said, it seems like this is going to be our way of life for some time. But just know that I'm still here for you. I'm not going anywhere. If you need anything, or there's anything I can do for you, I'm available. Just know that I love you. I miss you. I hope you received the upload from School 64. All of our teachers said, we miss you. We made a sign. And you'll see some of your favorite teachers, some of the teachers you love, some of the teachers you miss, telling you how much they love you and miss you and giving you encouragement. So with that, I hope you're all well. We're going into the weekend. I am going to try to reach out to all of my parents by phone sometime this weekend, just to have voice-to-voice contact and just see if there's any way I can help. I love you all. Please stay safe, stay home, stay healthy. Continue to follow the directives and the guidelines. We are definitely in a crisis. And if there's anything I can do to help, once again, let me know. I love you much. Bye. Miss you.